Hi, this is Michael Passmore, Senior Minister at Central Christian Church in downtown San Antonio. This is a devotional being made for Wednesday, the 15th day of July. The COVID virus continues its march across the city of San Antonio. We have lost lives. We have been confined. We have lost freedom of movement, and most of all, we have had a difficult time maintaining face-to-face fellowship with the family of faith at Central. I have found myself with time to read more devotionals of late, and some of them have been helpful to me. I've often been intrigued by the seek and ye shall find, knock and the door shall be opened to you words of Jesus. But I recently came across a devotion that begins with Revelation 3:20, one of the more famous phrases from Jesus, "Behold, I stand at the door and knock." It sounds like a gospel story, but there it is in the book of Revelation. And it is intriguing to me that this is a picture of one knocking and waiting for the door to be opened. Such metaphors are meaningful. I was reading a guide for prayer for ministers, a guide to prayer for ministers and other servants from the upper room, edited by Job and Shawshuck. And I came across this poem I had seen a few times before. It was written by an Episcopal minister, Sam Shoemaker, who died when I was 10 years old. He is one of the two creators of Alcoholics Anonymous, is instrumental in bringing the YMCA to China, was an evangelical and also a gentle, deeply spiritual man. He wrote a poem that is both stand at the door and knock and the door shall be opened unto you, and a different text still titled, I Stand by the Door. It's long, but I hope you will be with me as I read it. I'll need my glasses. It appears in A Guide to Prayer for Ministers and Other Servants on page 305 and through 307. I stand by the door. I neither go too far in nor stay too far out. The door is the most important door in the world. It is a door through which people walk when they find God. There's no use my going way inside and staying there when so many are still outside, and they, as much as I, crave to know where the door is. And all that so many ever find is only the wall where the door ought to be. They creep along the wall like blind people with outstretched groping hands, feeling for a door, knowing there must be a door, yet they never find it. So I stand by the door. The most tremendous thing in the world is for people to find that door, the door to God. The most important thing any person can do is to take hold of one of those blind, groping hands and put it on the latch that only clicks and opens to a person's own touch. People die outside that door, as starving beggars die on cold nights in cruel cities in the dead of winter, die for want of what is within their grasp. They live on the other side of it, live because they have not found it. Nothing else matters compared to helping them find it and open it and walk in and find God. So I stand by the door. Go in, great saints, go all the way in. Go way down into the cavernous cellars and way up into the spacious attics to a vast roomy house, this house where God is. Go into the deepest of hidden casements, of withdrawal, of silence, of sainthood. Some must inhabit those inner rooms and know the depths of God and call outside to the rest of us how wonderful it is. Sometimes I take a deeper look in, sometimes venture in a little further, but my place seems closer to the opening. So I stand by the door. There is another reason I stand there. Some people get part way in and become afraid, lest God and the zeal of his house devour them. For God is so very great and asks all of us. And these people feel a cosmic claustrophobia and want to get out. Let me out, they cry. And the people way inside only terrify them more. Somebody must be by the door to tell them that they are spoiled for the world life. They have seen so much, too much. Once taste God and nothing but God will do anymore. Somebody must be watching for the frightened who seek to sneak out just where they came in, to tell them how much better it is inside. The people too far in do not see how near these are to leaving preoccupied with the wonders of it all. Somebody must watch for those who have entered the door but would like to run away. So for them too, I stand by the door. I admire the people who go way in, but I wish they would not forget how it was before they got in. Then they would be able to help the people who have not yet found the door, or the people who want to run away again from God. You can go in too deeply and stay too long and forget the people outside the door. As for me, I shall take my old accustomed place, near enough to God to hear God and know that God is there, but not so far from people as not to hear them. And remember, they are there too. Where? Outside the door. Thousands of them, millions of them. But more important for me, one of them, two of them, 10 of them, whose hands I am intended to put on the latch. So I shall stand by the door and wait for those who seek it. I had rather be a doorkeeper, so I stand by the door. What a wonderful poem. What a wonderful remembrance that there are those who are outside of an understanding of God's great love and our opportunity in times of disease, in times of turmoil, even in times of great joy, to be those who stand by the door and guide. Thank you for letting me share with you this day.